You're watching NBA Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. Appreciate all of you for making today's show a part of your day. On the docket for today, the NBA Summer League in session as things pivot back to Las Vegas, which I think is one of the better off-season moments of the calendar for the NBA. And on today's show, we're going to take a look at some winners and losers. Now, keep in mind, we're recording this on Friday, so we've seen a couple of performances so far, California Classic as well as Utah and in Las Vegas, but still some notable performances left. And then, of course, some duds still to take place. But we start off with our Summer League winners. Have to begin with Paolo Banchero. His debut against the Houston Rockets for the Orlando Magic was sensational. He looked like the bona fide number one player in this draft class. Now, of course, you don't want to make too much of a Summer League debut, but I absolutely loved what I saw from Paolo Banchero, the former Dookie, who was comfortable putting the ball on the floor, didn't shy away from shooting the ball from the outside, was able to create for himself and others. Kind of like his post-up moves as well. And if he has this offensive arsenal to his game already, as a rookie, I think you're looking at a player for the Orlando Magic, one of the upstart teams in this league, that could probably average between 15 and 20 points per game. And keep in mind, he was getting guarded a lot by Jabari Smith, still able to put forward 17 points, and the field goal numbers certainly respectable. This Orlando Magic team is going to be very fascinating, not just this year, but over the next couple of years, given the assets they've been able to compile on this roster. They've done a good job in that front office with really stockpiling these young pieces. Summer League winner number 2, Chet Holmgren. And yes, to the detractors, to the haters, he did get bodied up and bruised up by Kenneth Lofton Jr., but Chet Holmgren has still played very well in the NBA Summer League, and his numbers and the game, I was pretty impressed by it. Now, you watch Chet Holmgren play. He, of course, lacks that physicality to his game. The frame certainly petrifies me. That's why I didn't have him as a top 5 prospect in this class. But in his debut, pull-up 3, getting to the rim, he went up against Taco Fall, who is a journeyman NBA player and a borderline NBA player at that, but was able to hold his own. Now, the big concern for Chet Holmgren moving forward, how does he fare going up against physical centers in this league, especially when you watch him get backed down by Kenneth Lofton, who put his shoulder into Chet's chest and he couldn't gain his ground, right? But Holmgren's game, just think about the arsenal at 7-1. He can handle, he could put the ball on the floor, he can shoot from the outside, and we saw the rim protection in the Summer League. We saw it last year at Gonzaga when he was putting up nearly 4 blocks per game. In the long run, who do you think has the better career between Chet and Paolo Banchero? Let me know in the comment section right now. CH for the Slim Reaper, PB for Paolo Banchero. Be sure to get those votes in. Another winner has to be Keegan Murray of the Sacramento Kings. I was kind of dumbfounded that the Kings passed up on Jaden Ivey and decided to go with Keegan Murray instead. I thought they drafted for need instead of best player available. His debut was great. Another game against the Los Angeles Lakers may have been even better. And I think Keegan Murray is going to be a player because he has a versatile game on both ends, because he does so many things well and at a high level so far. He's going to play in the NBA at a successful rate for about 10 years. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals against Los Angeles, 9 of 16 from the floor. He ran the floor well. He played good defense, was able to knock down some outside shots, and I just think that everything that he does translates to the NBA level, and because of that, that's why I said going into the draft, reminds me of a more athletic Al Horford, and we've seen glimpses of that so far throughout Summer League play. To a guard now, and Jaden Ivey can certainly be in this mix, but I first want to talk about Josh Christopher, who against the Orlando Magic looked really good. Former first-round pick from the NBA draft a year ago, and all the experience that he got with Houston, playing more than 70 games last year, benefited him, and I thought that he showed some of the glimpses of being a steady part of this Houston Rockets rotation. And the Rockets, for me, an offseason winner not just this year, but also last year as well combined, because of some of the young dudes that they have on this team. Yes, Jalen Green is going to get a lot of the attention, but I like Usman Garuba as a future defender. Jalen Green was great last year, especially the last couple of months of the year. Alperen Şengün, you draft, Jabari Smith. I thought that not Jalen Duren, the LSU player was also really good Tari Eason was fantastic for the Rockets. So we're talking about a team and an organization that has been able to stockpile a lot of these pieces, and Josh Christopher, certainly one of those. He was making it happen, shaking and baking against the Magic in the NBA Summer League. Before we continue to break down our list of Summer League winners and losers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The link is down below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We're keeping you in the know with all things NBA, NFL, and college football. Nobody's doing it like we're doing it here at Chat Sports. Summer League winner number 5. One of the more fascinating rookies who somehow went undrafted, and he's the guy who gave Chet Holmgren the business, and I think he went to the perfect destination in the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have these prototypes that they look for when evaluating some of these young players, and they love guys who can play multiple positions, who can fare well in a variety of circumstances, who maybe are overlooked by other organizations, but the Grizzlies don't shy away from being aggressive, moving up in the first round, taking guys in the first round who might slide to the second, or just finding a really good UDFA who they can develop. And the Grizzlies are one of the best developers of young talent in the NBA right now, and I think that's what they're going to do with Kenneth Lofton Jr. Has a little bit of Charles Barkley in his game, and he bullied Holmgren down low. And what I absolutely love about Lofton, right from the jump, right after the tip, he targeted Chet, he went after him, and he was able to find Twine and put the biscuit in the basket. I think he has a realistic shot of making the roster, especially if he continues to play positive basketball for Memphis in the Summer League. Biggest Summer League winner is who? Let me know right now in the comment section. Then we'll shift to some of our losers. Jaden Ivey, saw him really late last night on Thursday, has shades of a Ja Morant. He can certainly be on this list. Electrifying with the way he runs the floor, had a couple of nice passes as well. He kind of can be an honorable mention for us. I just want to see another game before we really get carried away. Same can be said, honestly, for Paolo Banchero. If you want to get a dope NBA hat, you can find it right now using that link at the bottom of your screen, chatsports.com/NBA hats. We're going to run through a couple of these styles here. Flat brim, available for all 30 teams, no matter who you're rooting on. And a couple of you're just hoop heads, right? Shout out to all the hoopers out there. You might want to get a couple of these really good prices right now if you use that link. It's chatsports.com/NBA hats. I'll put that link in the comment section and the description of this video. To our Summer League losers, Jabari Smith is a loser for me. Now, he was the number 1 player in this draft class for me. 6'10", pogo sticks for legs, so athletic, can get a shot off from anywhere, has the upside to be a sensational and terrific defender. The big weakness for him coming out of Auburn, dribbling, putting the ball on the floor. And against the Magic, he looked petrified. He looked uncomfortable when he did have to put the ball on the floor. That's a little bit of a concern for me. Now, he's still a teenager. He's still really young. If there's something that he can work on and develop, it is that handle. And I thought in the second half he started to find a groove. He had a contested 3, a little fadeaway jumper from the baseline. He has all defensive potential. Honestly, there were some shades for me of an Evan Mobley type of player, but Jabari Smith has to work on the handle. And you look at the numbers here, they were solid for a Summer League debut. Hopefully he gets more and more comfortable with shooting the basketball as well as handling the basketball. Had a nice little pass to Josh Christopher as well. Jaden Springer, a first-round pick out of Tennessee for Philadelphia back in the 2021 NBA draft, also a loser for me. In Las Vegas, in the California Classic, he didn't do much. I think they actually played in Utah, Philadelphia did. Didn't do much to really impress me all that much. My concern for him coming out of college, lacked burst, lacked elite athleticism, and I was really worried about the jump shot. It was somewhat clunky. And all of those things, that's what I saw in the Summer League, and that's what I continue to see in the Summer League. So his lack of development offensively, fine-tuning his skills, somewhat of a concern. I know Doc Rivers after the year had said, this guy can be a terrific defender. We want him to grow offensively. Haven't seen many steps taken forward for Jaden Springer. Last loser, Moses Moody of the Golden State Warriors. Look, he has an opportunity here going into 2022-2023 to carve out a rotational role and be one of those flamethrowers off the bench. We know that players, when they get entered into the Warriors developmental program, can be special, and they get a lot better. And Moses Moody certainly had flashes as a rookie coming out of Arkansas. A couple of really big games when the Warriors were short because of COVID protocols or injuries. I expect him to be a pretty good rotational player in the NBA. But as a go-to guy with the Warriors in the Summer League, he struggled a little bit and has had some down performances both in the regular season and during the Summer League that can be a little bit confounding. Now, again, I still think he's going to be a good player in the NBA, but I want to see him just be a little bit more consistent on the offensive end of the floor because he does have two-way potential. Biggest Summer League loser is who? Is it any of the guys who we talked about? Do you want to rip me for putting Jabari Smith on that list? You can do that. Either way, let me know in the comment section. Let us know your winner. Let us know your loser. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and as always, keep it locked for the best NBA coverage right here on YouTube and Rumble.